conspiracy. It was the army chief. It was the guy who's the prime minister right now. And the US came into it as thinking as I'm someone anti-American. Some reason, if you don't agree with the US foreign policy, you're turned anti-American. First, worry about your own people rather than getting involved in conflicts. And I basically agreed with the Indian foreign policy. Look at them now. They're trading with China, they're trading with Russia, and yet they are part of the strategic alliance with the United States. And that's how it should be, because your foreign policy must reflect what is in the interest of your own population. And that somehow, is in the terms of, I guess, US is maybe considered anti-American.
This is my video update from Nicosia, Cyprus on this Sunday morning. Let's talk about some news, and let's talk about Nord Stream. Let's do a Nord Stream update because we have two publications once again talking about what could have possibly happened to the Nord Stream pipeline. And the Wall Street Journal, they're running with an article where they claim that not only was Ukraine involved in the sabotage of the Nord Stream pipeline, but perhaps, just perhaps, Poland was also involved in the sabotage of the Nord Stream pipeline. Isn't that interesting? Poland, according to the Wall Street Journal, is under investigation by the German authorities for its possible involvement in the sabotage of the Nord Stream pipeline. Now, the Polish authorities, they have already come out with a statement after this Wall Street Journal article ran, and they said that they have absolutely nothing, zero, zilch, nada. They have nothing to do with the Nord Stream pipeline sabotage. The Wall Street Journal claims that German investigators are seeking to establish whether Poland played a role in the destruction of the Nord Stream gas pipelines last September. Officials in Berlin reportedly believe that suspected Ukrainian saboteurs used a neighboring country as an operational base in the run-up to the explosions. The Wall Street Journal alleged in an article on Saturday that Germany's Federal Criminal Police Office had managed to retrace the entire route of the Andromeda yacht that was reportedly used in the operation. Ah, yes. That Andromeda yacht. That Andromeda yacht. With Gilligan, the skipper, the millionaire, and his wife, the professor, who was the mastermind behind all of this. And the actress Ginger and Marianne. We can never forget about Marianne. That Andromeda yacht. Perhaps Gilligan and his saboteurs had the help of Poland in destroying the Nord Stream pipeline. Possible, very possible, according to the Wall Street Journal. It looks like Walk on the Wild Side Duda was in cahoots with Gilligan and the skipper. Let's see here. According to the Wall Street Journal, German officials have now established that the yacht sailed around each of the locations where the explosions later occurred. The investigators reportedly reached the conclusion after studying data retrieved from Andromeda's radio and navigation equipment, as well as satellite and mobile phones and Gmail accounts used by the suspects. And Gmail accounts, huh? Wow. I heard that the German investigators also found TikTok videos. Not only did they find evidence in Gmail accounts, but they also found TikToks. Oh, boy. They're playing with us, I'm telling you. They are playing with us. Let's see as we wait for the light to change over here. Let's read a little bit more. While the perpetrators are believed to have been Ukrainian, German authorities have also taken note of the fact that the yacht was chartered with the help of a Warsaw-based Ukrainian-owned travel agency called Feria Vova, the media outlet claimed. German investigators reportedly suspect that the firm is a front for Ukrainian intelligence. Wow. A van in which the suspects arrived at the German port before boarding the Andromeda also had Polish license plates, the Wall Street Journal noted, citing the findings of the probe. The outlet quoted anonymous German officials as saying that there is, however, no proof that the Polish government was involved in the plot itself. So this Polish firm was a front for Ukraine intelligence. And we know that the Ukraine intelligence, well, it definitely, all right, I can go. Well, it definitely reported to Zelensky. We know that from the Washington Post's investigation. But if we're talking about Ukrainian intelligence, well, I have to believe that they also kept Budanov in the know. Budanov must have known about this. If this Ukrainian firm operating out of Poland was a front for Ukraine intelligence, then all roads lead to Budanov. Isn't that interesting? We know that Zelensky was the mastermind behind all of this. Everyone reported to the commander-in-chief Zelensky, according to the Washington Post. And now it looks like Ukraine intel was involved, which reports to Budanov. How convenient. How very, very convenient. Oh, boy. So, the Wall Street Journal says that German officials are not quite blaming Poland. They can't quite say that Poland was involved, but they're definitely hinting at the fact that Poland had something going on with these Andromeda saboteurs. They were operating out of Poland. At a minimum, they were operating out of Poland and out of this travel agency in Warsaw. That's right, Poland. Walk on the wild side. Duda, you better send troops to Ukraine, or else we're going to blame you for the Nord Stream pipeline sabotage. So you better send those troops into Ukraine. Or maybe this is Germany's way of telling Poland to back off with its 1.3 trillion in reparations. Maybe, just maybe. There's a new coffee shop right here. Wayne's Coffee. I think Wayne's Coffee is a chain out of Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, maybe this is a way for Germany to say, you know what, Poland, your whole 1.3 trillion reparations, World War II reparations that you keep on going on and on about, yeah, just stop. Stop with this reparation stuff, and we'll forget about Nord Stream. You forget about the reparations, we'll forget about Nord Stream. Maybe. It's a possibility. So, let's cross over here. So we have another publication. I believe this one is out of Belgium. And they ran a Nord Stream article. And in the publication from Belgium, they're claiming that, what are they claiming? They're claiming that U.S. intel notified Belgium of what happened to the Nord Stream pipeline and Ukraine's involvement. And the Belgium intel services were just like, yeah, that's cool, CIA. We're just going to give more money to Elensky. Oh, really? Ukraine was involved in blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline, CIA? Thanks for that info. Elensky, you on 300 million? Here you go. So that's what this publication is claiming. One sec, let me pull it up here. Here we go. CIA informed Belgium about Ukraine's role in Nord Stream sabotage. So this is the Hilton Park Hotel in Nicosia. Nice hotel. Nice hotel here. Let's read what this Belgium publication, Detijjd, DETIJD, is saying. I think this is a Belgian publication. I could be wrong about that. DETIJD. The CIA notified its Belgium equivalent, the ADIV, about Ukraine's possible involvement in the sabotage of the Nord Stream natural gas pipeline shortly after the incident occurred last September. Well-informed sources have told the newspaper DETIJD, Detijjd. The data on the undersea explosions, which crippled a key component of Europe's energy infrastructure, was provided on a strictly confidential basis by U.S. foreign intelligence, the Belgium outlet wrote in its report on Saturday. The people who spoke to the paper noted that the CIA did not reveal where it obtained the information, pointing to Kiev's responsibility, citing the need to protect their sources. This story illustrates how Western intelligence services, including the Belgian ones, have known for months that Ukraine probably has a hand in one of the most brutal and dangerous attacks on Europe's energy infrastructure, the paper wrote. That's right. One of the most brutal attacks on EU infrastructure. But let's give Ukraine a couple of billion euros anyway. Oh, man. So that's the latest on Nord Stream. The AfD in Germany, they are taking notice of all of these reports connected to Nord Stream and how Ukraine is allegedly involved in the bombing of Nord Stream. And this is what the AfD, which is right now, I believe, the second largest party in Germany from the latest polls. It's at about 20% support. This is what they posted on their website, their official website. Signs of Ukrainian involvement in the attacks on the Nord Stream pipelines are growing. The direct involvement of the Ukrainian government and its military leadership sounds plausible. The statement stressed that if suspicions are confirmed and Kiev is involved in the planning or execution of attacks on Germany's critical infrastructure, there should be immediate consequences. Providing further development aid to Ukraine becomes unthinkable. In this case, all commitments must be immediately withdrawn and payments in preparation must be frozen. That is a statement from the AfD on their official websites. It's a good off-ramp for Germany to remove itself from the Ukraine debacle, isn't it? A real good way for Germany to extract itself from this disaster. So from Nord Stream, let's talk about what's going on in Ukraine, maybe. A very, very quick update as to what's happening with the great big counteroffensive. The latest reports are that Russia has pretty much repelled everything. A lot of Leopard tanks destroyed, a lot of Bradley vehicles destroyed. We even have videos of from the Ukraine military showing the Russians destroying German Leopard tanks. Videos released by the Ukraine military showing the destruction of Leopards and Bradleys. I find that to be an interesting bit of news, but we are getting reports that the Ukraine military is starting to search for weaknesses in the front lines and other areas outside of this one concentrated area in Zaporozhye. It looks like they're trying to change things up a bit and perhaps look for weaknesses on the front lines that they can possibly break through, because this one area, the what's it called? The Orakova area that they're trying to break through is turning out to be a complete disaster. So there are reports that the Ukraine military is trying to find alternatives. And of course, the purpose of all of this is to try and create some sort of breakthrough so that they can gain some sort of territory, so that they can go to the NATO Vilnius meeting and secure some sort of additional military aid and financial support. That's what this is all about. They have to gain some sort of territory, something. That's what Ukraine has to do. And they have to do this before July 11th, July 12th, so that they can convince NATO to continue to support Project Ukraine. And it doesn't have to be much. It doesn't have to be much territory. It doesn't have to be big gains. That's just my opinion. I think even small, moderate gains in territory will be enough for the dopes in NATO and the European Union to continue to support the Elensky regime. Always remember that the Elensky regime and Project Ukraine also has the support of the collective West media, which will pump up whatever victories, no matter how small or how insignificant, they'll pump them up, and that will help Ukraine to secure more military aid and more financial support. So that's what's going on in summary on the front lines. And how about we talk a little bit more about Trudeau's trip to Kiev. And we now know that Trudeau visited Kiev and he gave Elensky $400 million in military aid. And he also gave Elensky an Antonov, a confiscated Antonov airplane. Now this is a very interesting story. This Antonov plane that the Canadian government confiscated, what is it with the Canadian government and confiscating stuff? They confiscate the money and the bank accounts of truckers and people who supported the truckers. They confiscate airplanes. And what a bunch of crooks. These guys are like robbers, like robbers, criminal robbers is what the Trudeau government is like. They've got a thing for confiscating. Anyway, this Antonov AN-124, this plane flew to Canada, to Toronto Pearson International Airport over a year ago. And the cargo aircraft delivered COOF test kits from China and landed in Canada on February 27th, 2022. However, Canada's government closed its airspace to Russian-owned, chartered or operated aircraft on that same day in response to Russia invading Ukraine 3 days earlier. So this plane was delivering medical supplies to Canada, and Canada seizes this plane. On the very same day that it landed, delivering those medical supplies, Canada confiscates this plane, and now they're handing it over to Ukraine. What a bunch of thieves. What a bunch of freaking thieves. Man, oh man. Oh boy. Unbelievable. So this plane was sitting at the airport for over a year, and it racked up $300,000 in parking fees. And now it will be given to the Elensky regime. It will be transferred to Ukraine, according to the Trudeau government. Oh boy, Trudeau, that thief, Trudeau, man. And Chrystia Freeland. Can't forget about Chrystia Freeland. She was also in Kiev as well. Boy, does she love to steal people's stuff. Chrystia Freeland, the real president of Canada. Oh, man. So Trudeau, he met with Elensky, and Trudeau told Elensky, Volodymyr, I've got a surprise for you. I didn't come to Kiev empty-handed. I brought you a gift. So close your eyes, and on 3, open your eyes, and you're going to see the gift that I brought you. Okay, Trudeau. I like gift very much. I close eyes. Okay, Volodymyr. 1, 2, 3. Now open your eyes. What is this? Volodymyr. It's a Russian Antonov plane. You bring me plane, Antonov plane. This not even F-16. What I do with this? I close my eyes. I think he count to 3, 1, 2, 3. And when I open my eyes, I will see big pile of cash. And I open my eyes and I see Antonov plane. Trudeau, you idiot. Next time you come to Ukraine, you bring me cash. I like cash. Lots of cash. Briefcase of cash. Not Antonov plane. Trudeau, you idiot. So that is the real story of Trudeau's visit to Kiev. And I think Trudeau now is on his way back to Canada. I imagine he's on his way back. A very conveniently timed trip for Trudeau, because he has all kinds of problems in Canada. And so what do you do when you're a collective West leader and your country needs you because it has terrible problems and domestic issues that need your urgent attention and care? What do you do if you're a collective West leader? You take a trip to Kiev and you give them money and planes that you stole from Russia that were delivering medical supplies to help your people. Oh, boy. Can we do a clown world now? Should we do a clown world? I think this is a good segue into a clown world. Let me see if I have any other stories here to discuss. I think that's it. Let's do a clown world. A Bild journalist, German publication Bild, interviewed Elensky the other day. The journalist's name is Paul Ronsheimer, and he made some interesting observations during his interview with Elensky. This is one of the best neighborhoods in Nicosia, by the way. This is where Elensky is going to buy as many homes in this neighborhood. Let's see here. This Bild journalist, he said this when he interviewed Elensky. Elensky seems to me either completely exhausted, then again active, even cheerful. He answered some questions angrily, others emotionally. When I wanted to know what was happening with the counteroffensive, had it already begun, he slyly looked at me. Quote, if you see and feel it, you will understand that it has begun. If you see and feel it, you will understand that it has begun. Do you feel it, young Jedi? Do you feel it? The Force is around us. It's everywhere. Oh, boy. Let's see here. What would make someone act very emotional? What would make a world leader angry at times, cheerful at other times, all within the same interview? What would make a world leader act emotionally? What would make a world leader answer your questions in anger and then come up with these very philosophical statements? What would create someone to act in this erratic, up and down emotional behavior? What could it be? Maybe stress. Maybe he's just under a lot of stress, Elensky. Yeah, possibly. I can't think of anything else that would cause Elensky to have these mood swings, this up and down mood swings. I have no idea what else could be causing Elensky to act in this way. I got to read it one more time. One more time, and I'm signing off. If you see and feel it, you will understand that it has begun. It sounds like something Kamala Harris would say. Oh boy, if you see and feel it, you will understand that it has begun. I've got to put that on a shirt. All right, everybody, theduran.locals.com. We are on Rockfin and ODYSEE, BitChute, Rumble, and what else? Did I say Rockfin? We are on Rockfin as well. And go to the Duran shop. 10% off. Use the code Good Day. I have my Duran backpack with me at all times. So pick up a backpack on the Duran shop and get 10% off. Use the code Good Day. Take care.